Hello, welcome back to another episode of the MR2 update. Today we're going to be talking about the JDM Spec swapped 1ZZ that I got from Japan like 5 months ago, and I've been too lazy to make a video on it. So let's go hop back there. Timothy, I thought I asked you to open this and you didn't.
Well, I opened everything else, but I forgot what you told me to.
Dude, what do I pay you for?
What do I pay you for? What do I pay you for?
My good looks.
Anyways, come over here, take a look.
What is that?
We'll talk about that later. Talk about it later. So, what we have here is just your stock 1ZZ. It did come from Japan, which is kind of cool. It came from a website called JDM Motors. I'll leave the link in the description if you guys are interested. They have all kinds of Hondas, Toyota, Lexus, whatever you can think of. Not just motors, but also transmissions and a couple of other like random things here and there you could buy, but it's mostly just motors and transmissions. This one had 50,000 miles or less guaranteed on it. I cannot be exact, but they had 50,000 miles listed on the website, carparts.com. That's how I found this. It's actually how I found the rear end that me and Timothy swapped a long time ago. Also, we sold the Ranger, thank God.
Good riddance.
For $200, but I managed to part it out and get all my money back. He said he was going to turn it into a rock crawler, so.
Hopefully supercharged motor goes in it.
I think it just needs to die.
Danger Ranger, they like to call him, you know. How about because that's what it is.
I hate Ford.
It definitely needs to be a manual if he's going to rock crawl it though.
Rock crawlers are usually autos, but that's besides the point. So, there's nothing really special about this motor besides the fact that it was JDM Spec. However, the car's from Japan, so does that make it JDM Spec? Because it was built in Japan.
I don't know, it might.
Anyways, but yeah, the exhaust, I'll give you a little what happened. I had that Lotus style exhaust on here. Come on here. Also, we have this gorgeous Stingray Resto Mod crash bar that I had put in. It was like $300, and it looks spicy. And we also painted the strut bars and the valve cover, whatever, who cares. But this is actually just temporary. Temporary being it's been on here for like 2 months. What happened was I was driving down to the beach. I hit a bump that a Dodge ran behind me, of course. And he has high beams on, his light bar on, I couldn't see, so I'm going underneath this intersection. And right at the end of it, it's a big little drop, about probably that deep. Went so low, it snacked the bottom of the muffler, and that pushed up, and it just like broke. And I said, screw it, and I was not gonna listen to open headers for 8 hours home. So I had this put on. It doesn't sound too bad. It sounds a lot like a Flowmaster. I'll give you guys a sound clip. For 75 bucks, you really can't complain.
It sounds like you should just sell it.
Oh, the exhaust?
No, the whole car.
Well, it is up for sale, but no one wants to buy it.
Wheels too.
I mean, they're Inkies. I mean, they're pretty good.
But take the steering wheel
I'll just part it out. So we've had the motor in for, I want to say, 3 months. I've had it in the car. It's done pretty well. I haven't had any issues out of the motor. I have had issues with other things. The front tires both blew at the same time. I did not have an alignment like I should have. I didn't have one after we lowered the car. So what happened was, over time, you know, they're facing weird. So they both just drag slicks, gone. So that was a good $250. And what happened was, coming around over here, I had to put the rear tires on the front and put the new back here. And these are 205/55, whereas the fronts are 205, I think 40s. So we're gonna go ahead and check here real quick. I believe that they are 205/40s. Where's that? Yeah, these are 205/40s. So what that means is drag setup, essentially. I mean, it does look kind of wild. You can see the difference, definitely the thickness. But actually the fitment was pretty good, I won't lie. But when I was doing that, I literally was putting on this wheel right here, had everything tightened down, and then the jack slipped. We were at my girlfriend's house. Oh, speaking of which, my girlfriend is actually the girl that I mentioned in the very first video. It's kind of crazy. Also, some girl asked me to hang out. Isn't that exciting, folks? It's like more rare than this Porsche 911 LS7 2JZ SVJ STI VTEC I have here. That's how rare that is. Am I really just calling myself out in the first video? Are we really going to that?
1,500 miles apart.
She's real, bro. Like, I'm telling you, she's real.
No.
You calling me a liar?
I ain't calling you a truther.
She just goes to a different school, bro. I'm telling you.
What school?
Mishimoto School.
Where's that at?
Anyways, if you look down here, you can see this down here. Come on down here. You can't see it very well, but this is actually not factory. Yeah, I'll show a better picture of that later. But what happened was, the jack slipped. I was at my girlfriend's house. They don't have a whole lot of tools, so I was taking the spares, like the spare lift jacks, you know what I'm talking about? Putting them on both sides, lifting up, and this side slipped. And when it slipped, the whole car slid forward off, and it caught the coolant line and kinked it like into a Z. And it's not supposed to look like that. So I had to spend another 5 hours chopping that out. Spent a lot of money that weekend I did not want to spend. So it was probably a good thing that I listed it. However, I haven't got any bites. So until then, I'm stuck with it. But I think we're gonna go take a little bit of a drive and get Timothy's review on it. Apollo, what do you think of the MR2 Spider? Do you think it's a good car?
That's a stop sign and that's a show.
Yeah, but... Oh, it is a Sheriff, isn't it?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't care.
We do not care.
Perhaps. Alright, so Timothy, what do you rate it from 1 to 10? 10 being amazing.
7.
7? Alright, I'll take that.